Hey, this is Notser, and this is the Tier 7 German destroyer, Leberecht Maass. She has 17,500 health, a top speed of 38.9 knots, 5 128mm guns, 8 torpedoes, a surface detect of 6.8 kilometers, and 24 AA defense rating. For my modules, reduce crit chance on main armament, improved aiming accuracy, reduce the chance of flood and fire, faster rudder shift. For my commander, basic firing training, faster torpedo rearm, last stand, superintendent, demolition expert, and concealment. We are on the map Shards, and yes, I know, I have played in this ship before, not a week ago, but I really feel confident in this particular build. There are slight alterations. I have demolition expert versus advanced firing training, and I think I've worked through the strategy that I'm trying to employ with my German destroyers. You might have seen the title, how could you not? Never giving up. It's going to require a lot of effort to keep my team in this game. And you're going to see how all that goes down. So I'm over at A point. I got a friendly destroyer that seems to be coming with me, and oh looky there. Enemy Farragut is right in range to scout me out. This is not what I wanted. I'm using a speed boost to try and get out of the area, but I have set the Farragut as the primary target in order to send torpedoes, predicting a pattern that he might choose. Sail this direction. Oh, there's an enemy destroyer over here. Oh, I didn't know there was a German. Oh, what could the German have done? Sent his torpedoes. Germans don't have torpedoes. And the rearm is pretty scary. You need to be aware of that. They probably have it up before you, and we get a few shots on him, but oh! We hit the torpedo. Devastating strike, first blood, not going to hit the Fiji. And I'm relatively healthy, considering I was out in the open with 4 ships that could fire on me. They didn't do a good enough job taking out the destroyer, in my opinion. They spent a little too much time. And it cost them. It cost them dearly. Now that the torpedoes have been sent and they're on rearm, the friendly destroyer should leave the area. The Fiji is terrifying for any ship. I'm going to try and manipulate the islands and my smoke so I can maximize my damage against the enemy. And I would love to just have the Fiji in range. Notice there's a lot of island coverage over here. He's really going to have to focus 100% on me, and maybe for half a second he has to traverse his gun. He's distracted. But look, our torpedoes are back up. Does he suspect that the torpedoes are back up? You might not if you're not familiar with the German destroyer rearm. It is very quick. It's probably on average 10 to 20 seconds faster than pretty much any torpedo on a destroyer. So there are windows where people they're just naive about the threat that is looming. But we know at least one enemy is capturing A. There's probably only a possibility of 2 total, and I didn't really see the person, the enemy Fiji, continue his effort towards me. So far the game looks just fine, right? The enemy captures A. Not worth killing myself for, right? Wait for an enemy to make a mistake. I have smoke still. I am very greedy when it comes to smoke. I just don't use it until I absolutely feel like I have no other way out. That helps me sometimes, and it hurts me sometimes. Now, thankfully, I was able to kill that aircraft, so there's not going to be anything scouting me like that, and I was looking towards the center, didn't recognize that I might have had a salvo or 2 on the Fiji as we crossed in front of each other. It's minor damage. It's more important that I address what I believe is a threat, and that Boyskavica is not the target. He's trying to break away. It's this destroyer, this Akatsuki. He was in the smoke. He's no longer. I am out in the open. There are a lot of people that can engage me, but if we take this guy out, boy, is that a big deal. And it looks like he's actually backing up. Interesting. So I lead him in reverse, and we get a little bit of damage. Now, there's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's basically the entire enemy team that can see me. This is ill-advised, but he has not chosen to fire his gun. So it is a little scary knowing that between me and the friendly destroyer, he's going to drop off, and the trade is not going to work out in our favor. In fact, it didn't work out because the Fiji, instead of going towards the center, has decided to shadow me. I have to pop my smoke. Obviously, I don't want to die, and I'm going to send my torpedoes towards the Fiji. We lose the friendly destroyer in the center of the map, and I'm the last one. That's a big deal. Plus, nobody can detect this guy. It's completely blind. He could literally sail up to my ship with hydro up. And what can I do? I don't have any torpedoes. I was hoping that these torpedoes would hit the Fiji. And we do get one, but I just know it's so dangerous to stay in that smoke. I'm going to give ground. I have to. I just have to. And he's got AP, of course. All British cruisers do. Even the Belfast. It also has HE, but they all have AP, and they know how to use it. So I need to angle as well as I can, while realizing that there's 4 enemy ships on my port side that just want to kill me. And AP trades very well against a British cruiser. It's just enough to go in. It does pretty good damage. They don't really have any armor. You're not going to get a lot of ricochets. It's a win-win-win-win-win against these guys, especially if he's broadside. I don't know why he's broadside. Maybe a little aggressive. Either way, he's almost dead, and I'm still alive. That's the best kind of trade. And is it going to die? No, it's not. Finally, we kill him. We have 6,000 hit points left. The team is down 2 bases to 1. We also have 2 ship disadvantage. It's not looking good. Okay, well, Warspite made one back. Good job, Warspite. Meanwhile, I sent my torpedoes, expecting the enemy Warspite to continue pushing forward. He does not. A friendly is asking for smoke, but he doesn't have... I don't have smoke. He doesn't have smoke. So, it's not good. He needs to be passive. He needs to hide. Use his ship concealment to protect him. But that's not what he's going to do. And I just tell him, do you really think I wouldn't use smoke? I almost died there. I would have used it. But we're not dead yet. And we're going to work back this, right? I'm going to move towards the enemy Königsberg. The enemy Königsberg is a tier 5, and I want to kill him. Because if we get him dead, we can take A. That'll help the team stay in the fight. The longer we don't take a base, the less likely we're going to win this game. And the losses are mounting up. It's just... friendly is going into areas that they just can't succeed. They just can't succeed. There's too many people. And not enough of us. So, torpedoes are back up. It's the German thing I sent against the Königs. And guess what? The greed is so real, I knew I was going to kill the Königsberg. Or at least, I needed to make a play in order to bring the game back. I can't waste gun cooldowns on a target that I know is going to die. I have to try to assist in the destruction of the Warspite. And it looks like the Königsberg, he's going to run right into it. And it's great. The enemy Warspite on fire. The torpedoes do look like they're going to hit. And yes, we take him out. 2 torpedoes right on target. Devastating strike. He had no way to counter it. I swapped to AP. The nice thing about the Warspite is it's just got pockets of armor that absorb that AP for full damage. It just takes so much damage, and yeah, it's dead, it's gone. And just like that, we got 2 kills. We didn't really have to trade that much. I was in my smoke for most of that. It was the most ideal scenario that could have possibly happened, and it did. And it did. So, we've got the Texas. It is now 1 Texas versus 2 or 3 on my team. He is overextended. Now, the Gneisenau, please stay alive, Gneisenau. I think the Texas fired at him. All he has to do is angle. You don't need to be greedy and have the back gun involved in every single engagement that you always have. But Notser, you're always doing that, and I know. It's bad. It's a bad habit, especially in battleships. And I'm trying to improve it. The people who watch the stream, you recognize that, yes, I think he is getting better at recognizing that you don't need to be max damage. You just need to be doing the best accurate shots you can while absorbing damage. The Texas was on fire. He put it out, of course. He's still immune to the fire, but he's not immune to the HE or AP shells that are making contact. And we're just trying to race him down. He's using the heal. There's an enemy capturing C point right now. And the Texas does die. So, heading to A, we're going to have to take it. It's not going to do anything for us. The enemy's going to have C point. We're going to have A point. B point will still be under the influence of the enemy. We've got to make more plays than what we're doing. The team is trading 1-for-1, generally, with a couple outliers, myself, who are able to get more than one kill. We actually got a team kill on our team. Oh, that's great. So, yeah, let's try and overcome that. That's very bad. Was that a torpedo or something? It's really hard to kill someone in World of Warships, in my opinion. It's very, very hard. Especially if you have the ability to reduce the damage. Team damage is 50% of what it's supposed to be, or even lower than that. You gotta be careful, guys. Don't send the torpedoes when you could hurt your teammate. Now, you could be right on the edge. If you're right on the edge, just let them know. So I'm going to sit here until we capture. I'm not going to be one of those that leaves the capture radius. I've done that before. Anshan, I remember that game vividly. I think it was a Anchors Away or an Untitled. It was an embarrassment. That's all I know. But I'm trying to think. The destroyers, which are on comms, they're both in the same division. They are probably going to be working together in some capacity. I believe one of them was a Boyskavitsa, and he was very low, like under 1,000. The other one was the Akatsuki, and the Akatsuki was not under 1,000, but he was less than 5,000, give or take. I could theoretically take them in a 1 versus 1, but I don't know that I could take both of them. So I'm very hesitant about where to go. If I find them, it's probably not going to work in my favor. If they are separate, well, you never know. You never know. So as I move towards B point, in order to capture it, we know one of the enemies was capturing C point. Maybe both? Who could say? I do see something, and now we see there's torpedoes and a smoke cloud. So at least one enemy destroyer is somewhere out there, waiting. Sending torpedoes towards my friendly. The Arpeggio is probably going to die. Is that the brown one, or is that the red comet? I don't think it's the red comet. By the way, why do you call the red, pink, yellow Arpeggio the red comet? Because that's the colors of the Gundam that Char uses. It's red, pink, and it looks pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. It looks pretty cool. I like it. That's why. So, yes, the enemy destroyers are spotted. I don't know why they showed themselves. That's really unfortunate for them, because they know I'm over by B point, which is fairly close. Maybe they feel like, we can take them. But it's the worst possible moment for them to be visible for an extended period of time. I can set up a strategy. I'm going to send against the Nagato, expecting it to gain a little bit of speed, and it has to avoid the island, so it can't really maneuver that well. While the torpedoes are going, I'm going to kill the Akatsuki. Hopefully he doesn't shoot me. Don't touch me! Of course he touched me. And he touched me real good. I don't want to die to this guy. Kill him quickly. And he gets me again, and we do have smoke, Notser. Why don't you use smoke? Yes, I know, this is stupid. And I think he almost killed us. Is he gonna kill me? Oh my god. Well, it's 80. You know, no biggie. Only 80 hit points left. I use Hydro, it tells me exactly what I was about to get into. And the Nagato takes a lot of damage. We set a flood, we set a fire, and it doesn't look like he can stop it. So he's gonna bleed out. And we earn High Caliber, Kraken Unleashed. We have to get a kill. We cannot win if we don't get a kill, in my opinion. If I die, it's gonna be bad. The Destroyer can do everything he wants to slow the team down. Get in our way. But first, capture the base, Notser. Don't fire a gun until you capture the base. Yeah, I know, but he was gaining ground on me. He was going to detect me anyway. The best thing maybe I could have done is pop my smoke preemptively, but then he would not be spotted unless he fired his guns. So there is a level, and oh, did you see that? We caught sight of him. Just barely. He's trying to be sneaky. Maybe he wants to send torpedoes to take me out. I only have 80 hit points, but you know what? You only live once. We gotta go for it. I want to kill him. So I send my torpedoes, expecting him to round the island and maintain a rough speed of what he was going. We'll see. And I am just, this is so bold. I figure I will hit the shot before he hits the shot. Clearly, I'm wrong. And I don't even think I hit him. Yeah, I didn't hit him. I didn't lead him enough. But my torpedoes are still out there, and he's popping his smoke. You know what that means. He's going to slow down. He's going to slow down, and he's not going to know. He doesn't know. He's only going to realize when there's absolutely nothing he can do. And look, it looks like it's going to hit. Oh yeah, and it felt so good to kill him. We got Kraken Unleashed, First Blood, 2 Devastating Strikes, High Caliber. It's just a flesh wound, 6 kills, 132,000 points of damage done, 8 torpedo strikes, 2,789 base XP in a tier 7 match. As far as damage, 40,000 main batteries, 71,000 torpedoes, 20,000 in floods and fires. That was an ideal German game. Hopefully it can help you out. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.